What the hell? I never turned it on. So weird that it says that. All right, so we're back up. Tell me what the quality is like. Yeah, let me know what you guys are seeing on the quality. Oh, I'm gonna mute my. There we go. I actually I can see the quality. On my screen, the quality is really bad. Yeah, that's too bad. So, guys, it's looking like we're not going to have a stream tonight. I don't think it's actually my internet because I cycled the modems. I'm thinking it has something probably to do with my either my phone or with my connection to YouTube, something along those lines. What we have left to open is Chadwick Burdick, Marquez, who has a pretty large order. Is that right? Yeah, Marquez has a large order. Maximilian Hoffmeister, Jeffrey McCleary, C.A. Ward, and Claude Cavan. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to work on getting open, but I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else to make any orders, okay? David says you can try to stream through Discord. That's actually a good point. I didn't think of that. Close all apps on your phone? Yeah, all the apps are closed. I mean, the phones have gone through a hard reset. Do 5 orders, see if it fixes. We'll mess around. We'll get 5 orders done. Don't make any more orders, please, guys. Let's go ahead and take care of Chad Burdick. He says, I hope you had a great weekend. 4 spicy Yugis from Phantom Rage. Okay, Phantom Rage. We have some more Yugis on the way, by the way. So these are for Chadwick Burdick, and I'll try to narrate what we pull really well. Use mobile data. That's probably not a good idea. Sneep. I blame YouTube, mister. Yeah, I mean, my internet's working fine. It's weird. I bet it's something that, I bet it's complicated. Hold on, let me get some more penny sleeves. I bet it's related to my connection to YouTube. All right, we got a bunch more penny sleeves. I'll dump them in this drawer. Is Mister having trouble? I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm really disappointed, actually. I'm not going to use mobile data, okay? Okay, Mr. Chadwick, here goes. He says it did work better when you reset the router. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have a lunch stream for sure, and we'll see if that helps. We have the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. Ooh. They could be working on internet in my area. You know, it could be something like that. Could just be that they're working on internet, and so the internet quality is low. Who knows? I know the internet companies tend to get their work done at night. Virtual World Roshi. All right, we got Virtual World Roshi. It's so blurry. These Pokemon look like Yu-Gi-Oh! That was for Chadwick Burdick. The best card you got was the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. Mister, if you stay going, we will stay watching. You say it was raining, so maybe rain has some... No, it's not raining where I live. Somebody else had a rain where they live. Bradley, CA, Brandon. Most likely, the internet company is doing some work or something like that. That's probably what's going on. From what I'm seeing, YouTube is bugging out in the mid-US. Yeah, so it could be something like that for sure. There is no good time to work on the internet. YouTube freaking up. Yeah, my internet, I haven't had any trouble with the actual internet. I just want to point that out. So Marquez has a large order. He wants 3 Shining Fates and 2 custom boosters. You got it, Mr. Marquez. Pack number 1 is Rookity Kingler. Pack number 2 is Alakazam V. So those were not hot, but how about these shining fates? You got 3 shining fates. All those kids playing COD. Yeah, there's a lot of people on the internet. We could use Twitter live stream. I mean, technically, we could try to go live on Discord. I don't think I've ever done that through a phone before, though. And we would get a pretty small audience. We got Double. Look at this Double. I'm pretty sure it's the YouTube server you are streaming to. They must be having encoding issues. And you say change servers, huh? Discord sounds good. Too many Zoomers streaming Fortnite on Twitch. We've got Galarian Zigzagoon. Says, what Double? All right, so you got 2 hits out of your Shining Fates boosters. At least this way I won't spend money tonight. The desire is strong. He gives in anyways. He's like, I don't care. Just open it in potato quality. That's for Mr. Marquez. Thank you, Marquez. Discord stream would be lit. I'll just do a face reveal on Discord. Face reveal stream. Maximilian Hoffmeister says, 4 Shining Fates, 1 large custom booster. DC stream would be lit. Is it still bad though? So is the YouTube stream still bad? Not everyone has Discord though. True, but everyone buying cards has Discord because we require the quality is better. Face reveal break stream real good now. I should have done a face reveal when the stream was really laggy. Okay, so 4 Shining Fates and 1 large custom booster for Mr. Maximilian Hoffman. Boop. Stack Attacker. It's better all on its own, huh? That to me says that it's probably something on YouTube's end. We've cycled the routers, we reset the phone, we did a brand new stream. It's gotta be YouTube. It's gotta be YouTube, especially if it's just clearing up on its own. All right, 4 Shining Fates, you got it, man. Sneep. It's on YouTube's end. Quick, open cards while it's good. I know. Tell you guys what, we'll just go all the way through lunchtime stream. We'll just have this stream up for like 8 hours. Are orders back on? We could turn orders back on if you guys really want. It's YouTube. I watched some other videos and they were blurry. Okay. One of their relays is borked. Ooh, Mr. Rhyme. Graphs showing a spike in progress. We're going to do an 8-hour stream today. I'm just going to leave the stream up, and I'll have the mic muted. We got wheezing. Anyone know when PSA changed prices? Was it today? Yeah, it was today. Okay. How much are the packs? Let me go update the description with the pack prices. So in order to see pack prices, you need to refresh your browser. Actually, I'm going to update the title too. Oh, man. Look at that thumbnail. That is a bad thumbnail. Let me try uploading a thumbnail. Give me a second. I got some generic thumbnails I like to use. I'll just get a picture equipped, put it on the front. Oh, what the hell? The description just disappeared when I hit save. Okay, so let me, that's not normal. All right, let me try to put the description back in. It disappeared. The description disappeared when I hit save. What the? That's crazy. This has got to be YouTube, because I've never seen that. Oh, YouTube just crashed. All right. Oh, the page is like broken. It won't let me. Oh, there it go. Okay, it's loading. The page broke. Hold on. So it says it's saving, but it's going real slow. It is clearly struggling. I'll tell you guys when it's done saving. There it goes. Okay, so it's done saving, and you guys should try hitting refresh at this point. So try hitting refresh, and you might get the web page. Woo! That's right, YouTube, multi-billion-dollar, biggest company in the world, can't keep their servers up. But maybe that's the reason why. Maybe it's because they're the biggest. Maybe they get traffic that you can not even imagine. Maybe their traffic is off the charts. So this was all for Mr. Maximilian Hofmeister. Maximilian Hofmeister, let me go find your bag. Description auto updates for you. Huh. Doesn't do that for everyone, I'm sure of it. Michael Heegman. Very, very, very rough start to the live stream. I can't believe we even have 100 people watching. That blows my mind. I'm surprised we don't have just like 50 people at this point. I guess we'll just have a little stream for us. PSA raised the price of a silver membership. You don't even get anything, says John L. Yeah, that sounds pretty crummy. Nobody likes price raises. You know, the funny thing is, though, you'll keep using them. And that's when you know that the price raise was warranted, because you'll keep using them. Are you gonna stop using PSA? You're done with PSA? PSA's no more? You'll still use them. So they know they got you by the balls, mister. So they're gonna make a huge profit is what they're gonna do. Jeffrey McCleary says, 2 Shining Fates. If I'm not too late, loving the potato quality, and I have a bag. Jeffrey, you're not too late. We're still going. My YouTube had an update. I did that, and the stream is perfect. Whoa. Smash that like button. Oh, yeah, if you guys don't mind. I'll still grade my hollows and corner the market. Well, you're going to have to ask for so much money for that hollow. And people are going to wonder if they want a hollow. They're going to be like, I don't know if I want a hollow. Oops. Like in the earlier scenario, you could get away with asking for like, let's say $50 to $65, and there was a good enough margin in there for you to actually make it worth your time. But now that there's no margin, you will have to ask for like over $100 for the hollow to make it worth your time. And yeah, maybe people would still spend money on it, but all that extra money is just going to PSA, and that's going to slow the market down, in my opinion. It will. Did you hear the news? PSA prices went up. I was looking at a slab I wanted, and because of the increases, I wonder if I should buy it now. It says Eddie Petty. Go for it, Eddie Petty. All right. Eevee and Cinderace makes too much, doesn't qualify for Stimmy. Isn't that annoying? The cutoff is 75,000, I think. Imagine being the guy who earns $76,000. You're just paying for everyone else's Stimmy. How stupid is that? It should have been like on a scale. Let's say you earn 75%, well then your Stimmy is much smaller than everyone else's. But no, they just said after 75, 0. Wow, that sucks to be the guy who makes 76,000. You made $1,000 too much, sir. We're gonna have to give everyone else Stimmies, and you're gonna pay for it. How about that's crazy. So, Mr. Jeffrey McCleary. Jeffrey. Where's your bag? That is how the government does things. It's so fair. 75, that's not even a lot of money. You're like in the middle class at 75. And honestly, when they say, oh, we'll just tax the rich to pay for things, that's what they mean. They mean they'll tax the middle class. Because there's not enough money. There's not enough super wealthy elite. Right, the billionaires are out there. They got tons of money. But we can't tax them enough to pay for all the poor people in the world because there's just that many poor people. The poor people outweigh the rich by such a large margin. even if you confiscated all their billions of dollars, all that the billions would go away in like a year or two. It just wouldn't be enough money. There's just too many poor people. So the trick is to figure out how do we get poor people to be productive and make their own money, and then they won't need tons of stimmies. To darkness, I have a bag. Whew. Yeah, but the huge business owners get bailouts. Well, they get a bailout when you get stimulus money anyways. So it's kind of like this. When the government prints a bunch of money or goes into like debt in order to give you a stim check, you just spend it at Walmart anyways. So it just goes straight back to the Walmart family. So the trick to making you wealthy isn't cutting you checks. The trick to getting you wealthy is getting you a good job, getting you a good business that you own, and teaching you how to invest your money to be like the family. YouTube acting, yeah, probably all night, guys. All right. Mr. C.A. Ward, the two darkness were just hollows. Teaching you how they got rich and how to be like them will help you improve your life better than just relying on the government to print. Does CGC have stocks? I think CGC is going to do real well now that PSA has jumped in price so much. You know, I was looking at CGC with kind of a stank eye when they raised the prices, because I was looking at them going, well, why will anyone want to grade with you now that your prices are higher? No one's going to want to grade with you, and your wait times are long, which was the other thing that was good about CGC. But now that PSA doubled their prices and haven't necessarily shortened their wait time, CGC is in the running again. They're going to have probably lots and lots more orders. Provision in bill to give federal employees with children that are distant learning $1,400 a week for 15 weeks. Federal employees only. That's right. When you have a centrally planned economy, you think that you've punished all the wealthy people. Really, all you've done is given their money to a different small group of people. All the inner circle people in the government, and especially the ones at the top, they get to handle all the money, right? And they're going to do all their pet projects where all their family members and all their best friends work, you know? And they happen to be invested in those things. You ever watch how the politicians invest their money? They invest in the things that they know they're going to be sending government money to. Next up, we have Mr. Claude. You need some luck on a custom pack. This is all I have left after getting back. Why are you spending your money on Pokemon cards if you're so low, Claude? Claude, I don't want to hear it, man. You got to make some smart money choices. Let's see what you got. It is a hollow stack attacker. You better be careful, man. Stack attacker. Claude. Can't be guilting me, because I'm not guiltable. All right, let's see. Mr. Claude. You'll have better luck next time, but seriously, though, if you're short on funds, you don't want to be spending it here on this table on essentially a scratcher ticket. You want to put that money away so that you have some food next week. You got to have some food. Mr. Sears' question, do you think Biden makes it through the year, or do you remove him beforehand? I think he'll make it. Biden will make it. I think that everyone will continue to make fun of him, and he'll probably just pedal on. I don't know. He's so old. He could die of a heart attack in his sleep pretty much any day. But that's true for, like, all old politicians, and they just keep choo-choo training on. They just keep going. They're like the Energizer Bunny. So I think he'll still be around. All right, we're logging back in. Don't play this game unless you can cover 6 months expensive. I'm not complaining. I paid well, but it's just funny that I got 64 on the second stimmy check. Would be nice to see a young entrepreneurial success story become president. Would be nice to see anyone younger become president. Did you guys, so Donald Trump had his whole CPAC talk or whatever, and essentially he pretty directly said he's running again. Okay, he says something about, what did he say? He says something about some glorious returning president, and he said, I wonder who that'll be. So he didn't say I'm running, but he said I'm running, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, man, you're going to be so old when you ran, which is exactly what I didn't like about Joe Biden. I didn't like how old he was. It's like, can we have young and clearly very cognitive leaders? Donald Trump's going to be so freaking old by the time he runs in 2024, and we don't even know if Biden will still be there. Like, he seems to have dementia. That's my point of view. I could be wrong. Maybe he just can't read the teleprompter. Maybe he has bad eyes. but he doesn't seem witty. You know, he doesn't have wit about him, and that's the sign of like youth and your brain working really well. So I'm just worried we're only electing super duper old guys. I don't know if that's such a good thing. Kamala Harris knows a lot about trains, and that's how she worked her way up in San Fran. Biden does have dementia, says John. He talks like he's got cognitive impairment, in my opinion. And I don't know if it's dementia. People just claim it's dementia, but it's very normal for your brain to sort of disintegrate as you get older. I had to learn this in abnormal psychology. There was geriatric psychology, and they teach you about how your brain decays as you get older. It'll happen to all of us. It's like a receding hairline or getting fat or anything that comes with age. As you get older, your cognitive abilities slow down, and your brain literally decays. It starts breaking down, and you don't think as fast, and you don't recall memories as quickly, and you suffer from diseases where this cognitive impairment reaches a point where they can now call it a disease like dementia, right? So he's really old, and he seems to be suffering, right? And I'm just worried 4 years from now, Donald Trump will try to run again. It's like, okay, so we're going from one old dinosaur to another old dinosaur. Wow, is this really all American? America really just has super old guys running for office. Kind of worries me. It does kind of worry me. I guess all world leaders are pretty old, but it's like they're really old. I don't know. There should be a pretty clear cognitive skill test that they have to take first. Something the public can watch, like a game show. Next up, it should be a game show. It'll be great prime time. Everyone will laugh if they don't do well. So Mr. Giovanni Bonaire says, "Two shining mister, I have a bag." All right. Whew. Too old. But Mr. Q predicted he'll win and take down the deep state. Trust the plan. Trust plan, though. Fitness test. That's right. I want primetime television, and I want them to take a lot. Ooh, this has a little bit of the silvering on the edge. I see it now. Okay, we've got shiny Gossifleur. There's a lot of people being arrested, and ooh, what do we have here? We've got, oops, we're going to keep that Celebi too, right? We got Al Creamy Hyper Rare and a Reverse Hollow Celebi, which you probably aren't going to grade. You are probably not going to grade this Celebi. Maybe you will, but now it's going to cost you a lot of money to grade that. Okay, that's for Mr. Giovanni, and here we are. Very good, Mr. Maybe you grade the Al Creamy. Maybe. The price of all these PSA cards. See, this is the interesting thing. I don't know if we can make the price of those cards go up, right? Because the price is set by the demand. Will the demand go up to match the price increase of the PSA cards? They were already pretty expensive. So what will probably happen, this is what I think will happen. The price of grading was down here. The demand for the cards was up here, right? And so this area in between, that's where you made your profit. You made money right there on grading. And so the price of PSA is going double. So now PSA price is double. And demand might actually grow, but I don't think it's going to grow to double. So D for demand. So the amount of profit you make will actually be smaller than before. And we'll just see what happens. In order for you to make as much as you used to be able to make, the demand basically has to double as well. PSA saying, I want to cut. That's what PSA is saying. They're saying, we see the prices that you guys sell these at, and we want some more of that money. Next up, we have Maximilian Hofmeister, who wants 6 Shining Fates. All right, sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they choose to raise prices to filter out the people sending dollar cards in as bulk. True. What they could have done is just hired a larger team to handle that small, the pile of bulk. They could have been like, you can send us bulk. but we're hiring a team of people who are pretty poor to grade them. And they could have paid those workers a low minimum wage, right? Here in Missouri, I don't know what the minimum wage is. I think it's like $8 an hour. You could hire a whole team of minimum wage workers to grade those cards, and they probably do it because there's always people looking for work. Instead, they said, you know what? We're just going to get rid of all that card. Actually, it's almost a perfect explanation for what happens when you set prices like that. You know, when you raise the cost, what happens is people don't just shell out more money to grade a hollow. They simply say, I'm not going to grade a hollow anymore. And that's kind of what happens when you raise a minimum wage. It's a little bit different. You know, in this scenario, we're talking about the labor market, but basically the employers say, well, I'm not just going to shell out more money for my workers. I'm just not going to hire them anymore. That's what happens. They say, it's not worth my money anymore. And then there's a lot of people there's going to be some people who get paid more, but then there's going to be a lot of people who just say, I can't find a job anymore. Nobody will hire me. They want me to have 4 years of experience and a really crazy good resume now, but I'm just an entry-level skilled worker, and I'm just an average Joe. They don't want me anymore. Rillaboom, all right, hyper Rillaboom. But that's a consequence of artificially setting prices in the market. You artificially set prices and the businesses respond. They go, well, they're not worth that. They're too much of a liability. There's no profit to be made. It will save us money to just get rid of them. Minimum wage jobs are very important. We always need to have easy to get bare jobs that keep food on the table while the person improves themselves to get a better job. Well, I definitely agree with that. Yeah. I haven't been to the gym in a year using resistance bands and body weights. We got Manafee. Yeah, my take on the minimum wage is not only do I not believe we should raise it, I believe there should be no minimum wage. There should be zero minimum wage. My best job that I ever had was with YouTube, and I started out making probably about 25 cents a day on YouTube when I actually got monetized. I was making like a quarter a day. That's the best job I've had, is right here on YouTube. And because of the way they have you work, I was working 8-hour days and I was making about 25 cents a day. And this has continued to be the best job I've ever had. That's how jobs should work. You should be able to get your foot in the door anywhere you want to because they can hire you to work for free. And if you're an actual good worker, you will still rise up and they'll actually start paying you money. Instead, they're like, hey, let's force them to pay this massive minimum wage that's such a inflation in cost to the labor market that even jobs that were skilled jobs like welder, you know, machinist, the guy who works on your car, those jobs now start to look like they're underpaying. You know what I mean? There's like a ripple effect. You know, if the guy who flips your hamburger is making $15 an hour, the teacher starts looking at their wage and going, why do I get paid so little compared to that guy? That's the sort of ripple effect you get with minimum wage. It's kind of like when the cost of oil goes up. Cost of gas goes up, the cost of all your goods go up. So there's all these ripple effects, unintended, that occur. Whew, Rillaboom, he looks so good. Now that's a card you would still send off. I like that Rillaboom. He says you have to have a cost of living to pay. Yeah, but when everyone makes more money, the cost of living just goes up. So I feel like a lot of people who don't understand basic economics never catch on to this. Did you know if you went to China right now and you wanted a big, delicious meal, you'd pay like maybe $1, $2 for it? That's because everyone's collectively poor. If you make everyone collectively wealthy, they're not wealthy anymore. The relative price of everything rises. So let's say you have a big group of people and they make $7 an hour. What happens is the local business, what they do is they charge you $7 for their meal. But then let's say now everyone's making more than double that at $15 an hour. Well, the business knows not just one guy has $15 an hour. He knows everyone has $15 an hour now. And he says, oh, so the change in demand has gone up, right? The supply of his food hasn't gone up, but the amount of money everyone has gone up. So what does he do? He just matches your wages. He says, all right, now I can charge $15 for a hamburger rather than $7 for a hamburger because I know they can pay for it. And that's his job. He says, do you have 15? And you go, yeah, I've got 15. He goes, perfect. My hamburger's $15 now. And That's how it would work with me as well. So if you guys were all making $15 an hour, I'm just going to change my prices to match that, because you guys will all be able to afford the packs. You'll be like, oh man, these packs are selling so fast. Well, yeah, because everyone has 15 minimum wage. They got stim checks. So what happens? These go up in price dramatically, and the cost of the packs go up in price dramatically, which is exactly what we've seen, by the way. Damon Smallwood. Wait, we opened Maximilian, right? Yes. Damon Smallwood says 2 Japanese shiny star. You can afford $15 hamburgers. Oh, well now my hamburger's $15. Mr. Should Grader seize the means of production? We need to seize the means of production and manage it way worse than the CEOs do. Because it turns out average workers do not have the skill and the intelligence to run companies the way CEOs do, which is why they get paid so much. You could become a CEO. Anyone could. You just got to prove yourself to be the best person in the world to run a multi-million or multi-billion-dollar company. And then they go, okay, pick that guy. Why do CEOs make so much? There's like one CEO for Coca-Cola, and he runs one of the biggest companies in the entire world. International company that sells all across the world. You want to make as much money as him. You're like the hamburger flipper guy. Blastoise. What do we got? Toxtricity. Why would I develop skills? Mister, do you have any Phantom Forces packs that I could buy a 2-pack grade? Phantom Forces. Is that a Pokemon set? That sounds more like a Yu-Gi-Oh set. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't skilled. Urshifu, card communist comrades, seize the means of production. That's right. No, I mean, I've seen the wealth of the top fractional 1%, like the Walmart family, and it's disgusting how much money they have. So it's very frustrating to see, and I don't really know what do you do about it. Do you punish them for being so successful? You know, the gap between them and the poor is so large that everyone's sense of jealousy kicks in, because it has to, because it's so large. They own so much. It's a new thing to have a class of people in the world that own that much. That's a new thing. We didn't have that in the past, and we're grappling with it right now. What can we reasonably do to them? You wanna cut their heads off, eat the rich? Well, what's that going to tell every other rich person in the country? They're out of here. They're out of here if you do that. They will leave to any other country. Unless all countries collectively agree to do it, which they won't. They'll say, yeah, come over here and pay all our taxes, please. Because billionaires, by the way, even though they pay a lower percentage of taxes, even with that lower percentage, because of the way fractions work, they pay much more of the taxes. So they pay less, they pay less percentage. But when you apply that to a massive $1 billion, it's still more taxes than the average Joe, right? Way more, like oceans more money. So all these competitive countries will say, yeah, come over here, please. We want all the billionaires. So it's an interesting problem, and you can't just cut their heads off to solve it. But yeah, you see their wealth, and it's just horrible to look at. You go, what is going on? Damon's. Christopher Martinez has a really large order. He says 1 custom booster. All right, Christopher Martinez with 1 custom. Phantom Forces is the best XY set. I'm afraid I don't have Phantom Forces. The top 10% pay 70% of the income taxes collected in America. Yeah, and again, so when you hear Bernie Sanders say something along the lines of, well, they pay the same tax rate as a poor guy, this is, I believe this is true. The rate is the same, but the total is oceans of money different. So if you pay 13% on like a McDonald's income, you pay almost no taxes. If you pay 13% on a $6 million income, that's a huge amount of money. It's like a almost unbelievable amount of money compared to the other guy. And people don't always appreciate that. And we could raise the taxes on the wealthy. I've always said that. But people hate the wealthy so much. It makes you wonder, how much can you raise it before they start thinking about their options, I think that the wealthy people are the most mobile people. They've got the money to go where they want. How did I get on this subject? Let's keep opening packs. 16 Shining Fates. We must have said something. Bernie can still win? All right. I took from my kids' college fund to donate. Match me? What was that Bernie meme? I can't remember. I'm asking you once again to make a donation. I like Bernie Sanders. I don't agree with his beliefs on socialism, but at least he seems a little less phony. He seems a little less phony. And there's nothing wrong with caring about the poor, to be honest. Right? So he seems like he cares. I just don't agree with his solutions. Okay, we've got 10 here. We need 6 more. The top 25% pay 86% of taxes collected. How do you change taxation to make them pay an even larger share? God, I hate it when the government taxes. I can't stand the government. We're going to destroy the establishments. Oops, looks like I lost. All your donations go to the establishment. Is that what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. He lost unfairly, in my opinion. Elizabeth Warren. Oh my God. She's a complete copycat of him. Elizabeth Warren was a copycat. She just copycatted his ideas and split the vote. Terrible. She could have dropped out to make the fight more close between him and Biden, but she decided to stay in. Why did she do that? She's not dumb. She did that on purpose. She's like, nah, we're going to get rid of her. She said that Bernie Sanders claimed women couldn't win elections. Bernie Sanders is the most lukewarm, toast milk guy that I've ever seen or heard from. And you're telling me he walked up like Donald Trump would and told Elizabeth Warren, a woman will never be president. That had to have been a lie. There's no way that wasn't a lie. I would be shocked anyways, but maybe he said it. Maybe he's like this secret sexist. I knew it. Bernie Sanders, the secret sexist. Here goes. Woo. He called her a liar for saying that. Well, yeah, I mean, probably because she was lying. She didn't even seem like she believed herself. Calling it now, 3rd time's a charge. Here comes number 3. We've got Eldegoss Shiny. All right. What do we got? Trapinch and Decidui. Yeah, we're a little political tonight. I watched that CPAC talk from Donald Trump because I wanted to know what his plans are and what the future of our politics would look like. Shiny Grimmelsnarl, nice. Mister, what are your thoughts on someone like Andrew Yang? Andrew Yang, he's got a bad solution for America, which is basically, UBI is basically just socialism. That's all it is. And he's got a simple solution for simple-minded people. I'll just give you money. Literally just vote for him to get your free money. And people love free stuff. We know that from this channel. People simp hard for free stuff. You just vote for me, I'll give you money. He's pretty low on my list of impressive candidates. I would vote for Bernie Sanders before I vote for Andrew Yang. Oh, look at this beautiful Eternatus VMAX gold card. All right. We can just give you UBI, and you can sit at home and play video games and rub your balls. That's what would happen with UBI, I guarantee you. There will be a certain percentage of people who are like, you know what, UBI is not enough for me. I aspire to more. There will be a large percentage of people who will figure out how to lay at home and live off of UBI. And then they'll complain they don't have enough of it. They'll say, you know, I think we need more UBI. You're treating us inhumanely. Man, look at all these cards coming out of here. These Elite Trainer boxes are way too generous. That's the 3rd one. Holy. Got Yanma, Decidui. Professor Research. Yeah, I'd vote for Bernie before I voted for Andrew Yang. And Rotom. Woo! He got 3 full arts. 3 big hits in less than 2 ETBs. That's nuts. Because you're supposed to get like 1 big hit per 36 packs. They've really changed the output. All right, let me toss this away. No 3rd Zard this time. Maybe he's in the very next pack. Wouldn't that suck? Hey, Toxtricity, Eternatus, VMAX, and Grimmelsnarl. You've also picked up more Grim and Eldegoss and a number of E-cards. Still, for 16 packs, how many hits did he get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got a hit every 3 packs, and 3 of the hits are full arts. That's just nuts. Why are the pulls so good in these? Whew. That pull rate's ridiculous. Okay, let me go ahead and split this. Yeah, I guess I'm very interested in politics. I'm sorry for ranting so much. I like sharing my opinion. I like thinking about stuff. I like thinking about the future a lot and the way things are going to go. And I end up talking about it because I'm so fascinated by it. I say we just vote for these nuts. Problem solved. Christopher Martinez, you need a new bag? New bag. Woo! Maybe when I'm old and bald and rich, pokey rich, I'll quit YouTube and run for pokey governor. And I'll say, we're going to fix this, but then I just get nothing done like all the other politicians. I'll talk and no work. Oh, man. Politicians. There's people who wake up in the morning and they say, I'm going to be an actual politician. That's what they aspire to. It's so weird to think about. Who aspires to that? Jonathan Westfall. Hey, mister, could I use my free live shipping? We discussed on Discord. I'd like to have my bag shipped. My address is correct. All right. Mr. Jonathan Westfall. Oops. John Ailman, Jonas, Jonathan Westfall. There we go. So I'm going to go place you on the other desk. I'll live ship you after the stream, okay? I'm going to keep working on these orders. So you're set over there, and I'll know that you're getting live shipping. I believe you have a... Do you have a PSA slab? I don't remember. Can't wait for my Great Azard to come back in May, June, I think. Heck yeah, man. GMAC, what's up, GMAC? GMAC wants 3 shiny fates. I have a box, and oh, you're very close to being shipped. I think you're like next, basically. So you were doing this just in time. He says, and my live ship Zard. New bag on a Christopher. Oh, I see what he said. Okay. So, GMAC, let's see your pulls. You're going to go big on Shining Fates one more time. Good luck. Hopefully you pull that Charizard or Skyla. Skyla's pretty good too, by the way. Did PSA double their grading fees? Yeah, they doubled it. They doubled it. Oh, by the way, you were supposed to get one of these. I'm sorry, Christopher. Let me toss this in your bag. I just realized you were supposed to get one. There you go. Wasn't thinking. How many cases of Shining Fates did you order? Not that many, believe it or not. CGC to the moon. Here goes, GMAC. If they double their fees, they better increase their speed. True. Those EVs are available. Hey, mister, one more order after my next, please. Ship that off with the rest. Sounds good. Sneap. We got 164 viewers. Do you guys mind hitting the like button? I know we had to start a new stream, so you've probably, most of you have already hit the like on the previous video, but can we get this video to 100? I'd appreciate that if you guys wanted to help me with that. I know it just takes a second. It makes my pee-pee hard. Does that make you feel good? They doubled their fees, yet they still have stupid uncharges. What? We've got Morpeko, Cramorant. Now, wait a second. GMAC, you got a box. So what I'm going to do... Wait, did I just snip all 10 of them? Oh, my God. I snipped all 10 of them. All right. Pack number 3 is Rillaboom and Gym Trainer. So, GMAC, I'm afraid your pulls weren't too crazy hot. I'm going to toss your Cramorant in here. And we're going to baggy these up. And we're going to stand these up. We don't know what's in them yet, so they're still safe to open. All right, As I'm distracted, that's what's going on. You're back. Here we go. We have Luke Charlton next. He says, Too Vivid with the PP Chew and a Shining Fates. All right, Too Vivid and a Shining Fates. Yeah, I love talking economics. I love talking economics. I love talking politics. I like talking about investment. I like talking about, love talking about money. I don't know why. It just really fascinates me. It's all about resource attainment, right? Resource attainment. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to think about. And I get really addicted to thinking about it. Whew. Carolus. Shining Fates, here goes. You're Mr. McMahon. What? Nah, you trying to trick me? Looks like you pick up Amazing Rare Kyogre from the Shining Fates, but is a very off-center. You do rabbit on a bit. I do rabbit on a bit. All right, be right back, guys. I'm rabbiting on. Most definitely. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Mr. Luke, you're in the L box. Let's find Luke Charlton. Let's get this show on the road, too. Let's get these packs open. Because you guys are up real late with me. Luca. So sad. They're overprinting so much quality of the cards is suffering because of it. Print, baby, print. They really are not printing enough. They need to double and triple and quadruple the print count until these cards go all the way back down to retail price and people can no longer scalp Pokemon cards. That is very important for them to do right now. They need to print a bazillion of these packs as fast as they can. We'll figure out the quality. XY Evolutions had some of the worst print quality of any set I've ever seen, and people still opened it like fire. They couldn't stop opening XY Evolutions. So we need way more packs printed. Way more packs. These are better quality than XY Evolutions by a long shot. Next up, we have Jansen. Hello, Jansen. Happy Monday. 1 wig pack. You got it, Jansen. If there's a billion, they won't be rare or valuable. Yeah, they will. Yes, they will. They'll be rare and valuable to all of the new collectors, but also what you're going to do is you're going to aim for perfect 10s. Perfect 10s and black labels. Those will be valuable like crazy. And your PSA 10s won't be quite as valuable, and the cost of PSA grading will have doubled. Remember, all these things, I was predicting all these things. Do you guys remember this? I said very clearly in a live stream, I said PSA is underpriced on their grading. Now they're double the price. I said Pokemon has to increase their production of these cards. They've said they're going to increase production. They're getting more printers. And that's because the secondhand market was making too much money. You're getting you shouldn't be able to get rich in the secondhand market. It's supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be a hobby. And so you're not supposed to be making, $100,000 flipping PSA cards. That's ridiculous. And the way you fix that is by increasing the price of grading and increasing the supply of the cards, or alternatively, increasing the generosity of the booster packs. I didn't think of that one. I think that's what they're doing with Shining Fates right now. You open up a few packs, you already pulled another hyper rare. So they've already increased the pull rate, and soon they're going to increase the print run. So all the things I predicted are coming true. The next thing I predicted is that you will want to get perfect 10s and black labels. So PSA's junky, they don't do that. They don't do perfect 10s. They don't do black labels. They need to. PSA needs to make that change ASAP. But I said, didn't I? That's the next step. When it comes to hardcore collectors who want perfect cards, you need to go look into CGC and Beckett and make sure that you're getting perfect cards. Because these modern cards are not going to be, this isn't modern, this is vintage, but the modern cards are not going to be as valuable because of the high supply. So what you'll want are the black label Charizards and the CGC Perfect 10 Charizards. And all those things are coming true. Those were all the things I was predicting. Jansen, I'm just going back to buying guns. What? Why you can? Didn't they write some sort of bill or something? They want to take all the guns away? Oh, man. It's nice to think that if we did take all the guns away, maybe the violence would go down. I'd love to live in a country with less violence, but I feel like probably the violence would not go down that much. Like, from a logistical point of view, it would go down just because people don't have guns, right? So if they don't have access to guns, they can't sit back and shoot people. So it's kind of like a logistical thing. On the other hand, oh wait, Jansen's in the A box. In the other hand, I feel like they would just go to stabbing. It's kind of like what they do in the UK. You had all those people fleeing the UK, London, right? All these people moved out of London because of the violence in London. And it made me think of the United States. We have that in the United States. Bunch of violence in the city, and then all the well-to-do people leave. They go, I'm out of here. I'm not living in a violent city. Fuck, frick that. That's what happens. Then the city becomes more poor. The city becomes more poor as a result. It's like a downward spiral. They took her gerbs. That's right. Damon Smallwood said, hey, mister, I paid live shipping on my first order of the night, and you had bulked all my cards. Not a fan of that customer service. I'm sorry, Damon. 2 Shining Fates, and please ship my bag with the bulk. No problem. So, Mr. Damon, I apologize for that. That happens occasionally. But wait a second. We got two open packs here. That happens occasionally. Probably I was distracted by the audience telling me that the internet's not working. So I was probably thinking about how to get the internet working. Let's get all your bulk, though, okay? We got Rotom Zarude and Arczolt. Look at that. In China, they were able to come take people's families right out of their homes. Democrats want to rewrite the Constitution. I think I agree with that. I think they would rewrite it if they could. Not a fan of that. So we got to get you some bulk, huh? Let's find you some bulk. I'm sure we got a bunch. Is that bulk? Let's try this. Is that the right one? Yeah. And I tell you what, we'll get you some bonus bulk, okay? There we go. He says, I'm sorry for that, but also do remember one more order before live ship. Yes, you said that earlier. Yeah, you got to remember, we were having like really bad lag problems, and I was probably thinking about how do we solve this, or I was probably reading the comments to see if a moderator would tell me if it really was lagging. So I was full on distracted at the start of the live stream. Box break update. All right, so we've got 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 left. Cheese, Jack Bellow, and Rob Wright were the latest people to pick up packs. Democrats want to rewrite old McDonald's. Not on my watch. Oh, man. So one more order for Damon before the live shipping. Let me set your bags to the side here. Mister, I paid for PSA yesterday. What's going to happen? Mr. Winston. Yes. So Mr. Winston, there's a number of people who did that. And what happens is you got a choice. If you paid for PSA Tier 1, what we can do is we can put you over on CGC grading. That would be the easiest move. Let's see if we can find Winston. I'm going to have to do this with everyone, by the way. Where's Winston? Maybe you paid for a lot. Hold on. Did I miss it? I would just see what you have real fast, because we can sort this out right now. Alex, Veneration, Kyle, Dontre. Here we are, Winston. Okay, you're fine. So what happens is your grading turns into a Tier 1 grading. That's what's going to happen. So the Tier 1 grading went up in price, but also the maximum value went up as well, which means now we can ship this as Tier 1. So this will be shipped Tier 1, and you'll wait longer for it to return. That's what'll happen. Oops, we got this cut Charizard in the front. Can I refund my old Tier 1 submission? Yes, you can. We can do that. Send me a message on Discord if you guys would like to do that, okay? So that I can make sure I do it very accurately. I paid for Tier 2. Yes, but what happened was the price of all the PSA there was a big change, Winston. The price of everything doubled, okay? So the price of grading doubled. And I haven't actually sent your order off, okay? So we didn't get a cheaper price. So for everyone who paid for the tier 2, all that drops down to tier 1 now. Everyone who paid tier 3, that drops down to tier 2. The other thing you can do is you can ask me to refund you if you don't want to grade the card anymore. We could send it off maybe like Express with CGC if you prefer a CGC grading. Those are some other options, okay? Did you guys like Post Malone's cover of Only Wanna Be With You? All right, let's keep this moving. Keep talking to me, Winston. All right, let me know if you want anything or if I could do something for you. Dontrell says, one rebel. You got it, Dontrell. Could I get refund for submissions when my order comes up so I can buy more packs? Okay, we could probably work that out. You want to spend the money right now is what you're saying. He says, can you express mine, Mr. to CGC instead, says Johnny Pyers. You know what? Maybe I better keep that box out so we can fix this as the night goes on. Why isn't CGC respected by the community? What are you talking about? I like CGC. I was starting to give it a stink eye because I thought that their prices were a little high compared to PSA, but now that PSA has literally doubled their price, CGC is really good now because CGC is way cheaper. Mr. Dontrell, you pick up one Squovit. Let me go find your bag. Ugly slabs, says Giovanni. You know, I felt that way. They're really not that bad. Let me see if I can find one. Here we are. So there is a bit of a difference between them. Oddly enough, you can actually see through the CGC slabs more easily. They're like clearer somehow. It's kind of weird. Like you can tell this is plastic, and this feels more like looking through glass, like a clear glass. So they're definitely different. I like the rounded corners. It's the label that bothers me, to tell you the truth. If the label was just not blue, maybe it was like a black or a red or something like that, I would like it better, but they went with the blue label. Everything else is fine about it, to tell you the truth. I think it's perfectly fine. Here's BGS too, by the way. Here's the BGS label. BGS is huge, man. They got the biggest one. So BGS is really large. People love the BGS black label, though. All right, let me put this back. Let's focus on this one thing at a time. Let's go ahead and find Giovanni's slabs so we can make a refund of Giovanni. So these are all the ones that have been changed, right? Here we go. We got Giovanni, Giovanni, Giovanni. Kyle. So you're saying you just want to buy packs tonight? Is that what you're wanting? I think what will happen is if I do refund you, okay, this one's still going out, Giovanni. So this card is still able to go out at the price you paid. You're good on that one. They might increase the speed that they get stuff done. And this is a CGC grade. So those are still going to go out. He says, I might have one more. Yeah, you had the Rockets Moltres and you had the Electabuzz. You actually had two. So those are still set to go out if you want. And I do recommend grading those. Those are vintage cards. I would definitely grade vintage. There's no way you would want to leave those ungraded. These are the three that you're changing your mind on grading them. You could just send them to CGC, by the way. These are decent cards. I mean, I would grade them. I would definitely grade this. Well, I mean, I'd grade all three of these. So I don't know if you're interested in sending them CGC or... He says that Moltres is beautiful. Yeah, you could drop these with the CGC for the same price if you wanted. That's up to you. Hey, mister, if I send off for PSA, please tell me which one to send and I will pay you. And I will pay you, PayPal you. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. So you're wondering... Okay, so with PSA now, almost all cards will be sent tier 1 with PSA because the graded value of the card has gone up to 500. So you have a declared value of 500 that you can get away with. So let me show you what you might grade. You might grade Beauty, Phalanx, any of these big hits you will probably consider grading. So there we are. Oh, there's Milo as well. We're going to grab this Milo. So these are the cards you would consider grading. And you would use tier 1 for every single one of these cards. Nowadays, you'll really only use tier 1 for really expensive cards. Something like a vintage Japanese card that could, in theory, be valued over 500. There you go, Mr. Damon. And I believe the new PSA prices are... Oh, wait. Are they there? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, the new PSA prices are already updated in my description. So we've already updated it. Mr. Winston says CGC Express. All right, sounds good. Sorry, guys, a little messy tonight. We're going to get this all sorted, okay? A lot going on. Let's see, where did we place Mr. Winston? Lachlan, Alex. Tell you what, we'll put these in the back so they stay out of the way. What did Winston have? I'm trying to remember. He had like a Charizard. Here it is. So you would like to send that CGC Express. We can definitely do that. Send a Scorch to CGC, refund the other two. All right, sounds good. I'm just going to write C and 3+ is what we'll write. So you're going to have the fastest grading, and you're going to get the subgrades as well. There you go, Winston. So that's fixed. Giovanni does want to send this off to CGC. Okay. CGC Tier 1. And these two are going to stay in your bag, and you're going to get a $40 store credit, which you can use right now if you'd like. But you can't use it on booster pack, or you can't use it on custom boosters. If you want to use it on custom boosters, what you need to do, you need to make a 1 penny purchase in PayPal, and that will get you into line, okay? So that's how you would spend that for the custom boosters. But if you just wanted to open anything else, I'm down to help you out right now. All right, sorry about the detour here, guys. We have a lot going on. Major changes to PSA. There's going to be people who need help updating their PSA orders. There you go, Mr. Giovanni. Your cards are back in your bag. You got $40 of store credits in there tonight. And when you make up your mind on what you want, just let me know. If you want custom boosters, you'll need to put in a penny order in PayPal in order to get in line to be opened. I'll wait, no problem. Okay, cool. Let me, I'm not allowed to lose this. Okay, next order. Woo, what a night. Very busy. Dontrell Davis, we opened his 1 Rebel. Now we move on to Maximilian Hoffmeister, who's been waiting patiently for 10 Shining Fates. Wow. All right. So Maximilian, anytime you order 10 or more Shining Fates packs, you do keep that Eevee that's in the ETB. Hey, mister, sent money for Beauty. Sounds good. So we'll make sure that Beauty gets sent out as well. Beauty's going to be graded. It's a good card to grade. I think that's the waifu cards always seem to do well. I had Test Tube Mewtwo and Tyranitar sent to Tier 2. Can you CGC Express with the subgrades, and buy 1 Shining Fates pack with the leftover credit? Okay, hold on. Let me process this. Well, how much would you actually have with the... Oh, I see. Huh. I thought the price on CGC Express was higher than that. I guess not. Okay. Think about it. I don't think you would have enough for a Shining Fates, right? Hold on. No, actually, I think it would be. GMAX says, did my PSA order bear the... All right, I tell you guys what. Let me open up Hoffmeister. He's been waiting for a while, and we're currently in the middle of opening him. We're going to open Hoffmeister, and then we're going to move on to helping Johnny Pyres with his CGC submission. PSA is for sports cards, in my opinion. No, that's not true. The majority of Pokemon cards have been graded with PSA. Hold on. Sneak. 5 more likes until Mr. is cooking. 15 Shining Fates. Oh, man. Clegg, you can't spam, man. Don't spam right now. There's people actually talking about important stuff. They're making millions off. We need a mod. I thought we had a mod. I'll turn that music back on. All right, Hoffmeister. We're going to focus on you right now and get you your beautiful cards open. We've got Hattrem, Shiny Hattrem. Pack number 3, Wacky. Pack number 4, we've got Cramorant. So you would not get $15 of store credit. There appears to be a slight difference in price between PSA Tier 2 and CGC Express. And what you would end up getting is, I think it's $9. So would you like $9 of something? Oh, look at this. Double full art. Toxtricity and Rose. Man. Here's Toxtricity. Professor Research. You'd love to be a mom. Me too, man. I want to be a mom. Can't wait for the PokeTubers offhandedly mention their podcast that they knew about the price increase a month ago, which will make them hate them even more. What? There's Phalanx. Why would they know about it a month beforehand? Check the score to see if you're in the submissions before the PSA price changes. Here's Yanmega. And Dracozolt. All right, Dracozolt. All this for Mr. Maximilian Hofmeister. You got some pretty good pulls, man. I'm telling you, these packs are like way too generous. He got 2 full arts and 3 shinies out of just 10 packs. That's so much. Nothing wrong with wanting to be a mom. You're supposed to be a corporate wage slave and have your children in your 40s. What are you thinking, mister? This music's too loud. It's not even good. Just got like this blaring music and it's not even good sounding. All right, we're back. We're back to the Nintendo summer calming music. I like that a lot. Johnny Pyres. We're jumping over to Johnny Pyres now. You know what? We need to access that box the whole time. We're just going to take all the PSA cards down for now. All right. I wonder why Joe Harris's bag is there. Who was it that made a change? It was Johnny Pyres. Chris T, Theo, Christopher, Ralph, Theo. Here we go, Johnny Pyres. Jonas Rosado. So I got 1 card for you, Johnny. We got 1 Tyranitar. Let's go through again. Let's see. Be easier if these were alphabetically ordered. Joe Harris, Jonas Rosado, Justin, Jonas Rosado. I only see 1 card for you. Just the 1 Tyranitar, Johnny. Yeah, I'm not seeing another card in the box at all. Did you already send it? I might have already sent it. I'll do 1 more round through here because we got to make sure. William, Giovanni, Winston, Ralph, Theo, Miguel, Cameron, Jesse, GMAC, Justin, Kyle, Dontrell, Chris T, Theo, Christopher Martinez, Ralph Dutcher, Theo Lang, Alex, David, Giovanni, Theo, Alex, Shelby, Travis, Shelby, Joe, Jonas, Haunted, Giovanni, Justin, Cameron, Jonas, and Raymond Smith. So, Johnny, we have the 1 card for you. If you really don't want it to be PSA graded, we can send it CGC, like you're asking. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you now, because you already told me to. CGC does grade harsher Yes. So if you want the safety of the PSA grade for your card, you can still go through with PSA. I'll just send all the cards down a tier. All right, there you go, Johnny Pyres. You're going to be expressed. CGC grades accurately. Yeah, exactly. It's an accurate grade. And PSA really lets you get away with a lot. CGC probably grades harsher than BGS as well. Really? Maybe they are the harshest group. Okay, we're moving on to the next order. Mr. Calum Calder, thank you for your patience, Calum. He wants 10 McDonald's packs. You got it. He's been waiting this whole time. Thank you for your patience, Calum. Pack number 1. How do I send my cards to PSA if I don't have a semi-rigid top loader? What? You go and buy some card savers. Because they require it. You just send them your cards in a jumbled mess. You say, here you go, grade this. And they go, what? One, two, three, four, 5. We got 5. Let's go get some more. Actually, you know what? Since I'm having a moment to stand up, I'm going to use the restrooms real fast. I'm going to take a quick tinkle. And then I'm going to grab some more McDonald's packs, and I'll be right back. I'm going to use some more. All right. Grab some more of these McDonald's packs now. God, I love these McDonald's packs. I like the McDonald's packs and the General Mills packs because it was like getting 2 new sets of cards that you didn't think you were going to get. So it's always fun to have something to chase after. I always put a little P on my cards before I grade them. That way when I get them back, I know they were mine. That's right. Card Saver 1 or Card Saver 2. I just get whichever one's cheaper. It doesn't make a difference to me. I use both. All right, Mr. Calum. You have been... Is there a kitty under my table? Oh, no, there's not. It felt like a kitty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get CGC cards before people realize a CGC 9 is better than a PSA 10. Okay, here we go. One. Black Label adds 30% more value. Well, and you need it to, because that helps compensate for the fact that a lot of your cards are going to grade harsher under BGS. Just wait for TCC grading to come out, guys. I'll grade just as generously as PSA does. However, the big difference is when you have a perfect card, I'll also give out a black label. And you will always be instantly graded right from the table. Bam. And it'll cost $5. How do you submit to BGS? Step 1, go to their website and read about how to submit to BGS. Why do people always ask that question? Like it's a secret. BGS doesn't want you to know. You're not allowed to know. BGS keeps it secret. There isn't a single CGC 10 on eBay right now. That's crazy. That's because people who get CGC 10s probably hold on to them. They don't want to sell their CGC 10s. They're like, nah, I'll keep that. Because they send them to PSA. Oh, I got a BGS 10. All right, I'm sending this to PSA to make more money. Mister, just don't do subgrades so no one can ever hold you accountable. All right, no subgrades. Turtwig, and here is a common Pikachu. Set that to the side over here. Come on, Pikachu, where are you at? Here's another Pikachu. These are slightly warped. That's kind of what the foil cards do, by the way. Foil cards do warp on their own. We got Poplio. And last but not least, is anyone in here in a long-distance relationship? Has anyone ever been in one before? I've never been in one. I never would want to be in one. If I had to be in a long-distance relationship, I'd be like, now you're my long-distance girlfriend, and you're going to be over there while I have my short-distance girlfriend over here. I would not be happy with the long-distance relationship. I'd be very unhappy. But, you know, it's kind of interesting because everyone in the military kind of goes through with that, right? They get deployed. I guess maybe I'm a little bitch. Maybe I'm, like, too wimpy on it. I'd hate that. Like, that's terrible. Squirtle. Look at that Squirtle. I don't know. Let me think about it for a minute. Maybe if I was older. If you're young and sexy and, you know, you got a nice body and all that, you don't want to get old waiting for your partner to come back. But if I was already old and you know, I don't know how your sex life changes when you're older, but, you know, if I was already older and more established in life and not really flirting around with anyone or anything like that. So it matters. It matters your age is what I'm saying. If you're older, in fact, I'm already older. I'm in my 30s. So, you know, if my wife had to be out of town or I had to be out of town, yeah, we'd make it work. But if I was in my young 18s and 20s and just early 20s, no. There's too many other people like me at that age who have the opportunity to just kind of flirt and hang out and date. And it's like, why would you want to do a long distance relationship at that age when you're in your best, youngest years, you know, for sexual activity? That's when you're going to be as good looking and young as you'll ever be. Why would you want to spend that time apart from your sex partner, I guess? And that's funny because for people who go into the military, I'm sure they're all in shape and attractive, and then they all get deployed. I think there's actually, isn't there like there must be like a military stereotype for like stay-at-home girlfriends. There has to be. I think I've heard of it. I don't know much about it, but there has to be. Must be very difficult. The temptation has to be there for both people, by the way. Not just the girl who stays at home, but the guy who goes out maybe to another country. He's just out, you know. He's got no rules. Who's watching over his shoulder? His friends? You better be faithful, man. Maybe that's how they are. Shouldn't make assumptions, should I? I don't know how they are. Little military rising stars. What are you talking about? Damon says, 1 wigged pack. Didn't mean to sound so harsh in my last order, but my live shipping was clearly in the message. Yeah, I just miss it sometimes. Here we go, especially when I'm distracted. Boop. Voltorb. You got Voltorb Vintage. All right. Oh, man, I'm going to knock over a pile of bulk in a minute here. So we got your cards to the side, ready to live ship. What's next? Dustin Carpio. Dustin says, hello, mister. One shiny face, one Japanese shiny star. I have a bag. You got it. So we got an open shiny star right here. My wife is a Poke trainer. What? Choodle and Indeedee. I'm sorry, man. Kind of a tough pack. And one shiny star as well. No see face when big spank. What? What are you guys talking about? Long distance relationships. What do you guys think? Do you think long distance relationships work? How long can a relationship remain at a long distance before it starts to be a problem? Maybe they work better than close relationships. Maybe you get time off from your, I don't know. That sounds kind of bad. Is it across the country too far, you think? Well, I mean, that's the definition of a long-term relationship. So I think just far enough that you wouldn't visit them. The distance afterwards doesn't really matter. Mr. Dustin Carpio, let's find your bag. My husband and I had a long-distance relationship for 5 years. Oh, okay. Well, I noticed you didn't say ex-husband, so sounds like it worked. Depends on how often they visit. I don't know. I like female companionship a lot. So I would struggle. I would definitely struggle. Mr. God King Lunar, I'm a huge simp. He says, I would like 5 shining fates and a vivid. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was in a long distance relationship for a year before my girl moved to my city. Sweet. Sneep. We've been together 11 years. Bruh. I'm just... 11 years, you need time to get the latest model. I'm just messing with you. Why do they say that? My girlfriend and I were inseparable for a couple years. Now she works an hour away and doesn't come home enough, and I'm starting to lose it, says John L. Wow, John L., that is very misogynist of you. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that's actually a really big issue, the amount that you and your girlfriend work, because I feel like me and my wife go through the same issue. I already work a ton. I work more than probably the average person. And then she also works full time, and her schedule doesn't really match up with mine. So we're in the same house even, and we don't see each other. And it's bad because it's like, it makes you realize the reason you wanted to have a girlfriend / wife is female companionship. And if you're not actually getting that, you're like, oh, how, I don't really care if you're working. Who cares if we have more money? I'm missing this from my daily routine. And so it's really hard because we have to find some way to spend more time together, but we're both very hard workers. She's a hard worker too, right? Like she goes to work and she'll work like 10-hour days sometimes because she's got a very important job. She's like a tier 3 engineer where she works. That's like above senior engineer at this point. So she does a lot of important work for her job, and she might become an architect engineer for their group as well. So they're really liking her a lot, but I barely see her. And especially part of that is because I work so much. And it's a terrible feeling. We struggle to find time to hang out. And it's like, oh my God. Hubby and I are currently long distance, but it's temporary. But then Biden happened. He tells me, well, I already have a job now. Hello, this is Super Secret Logan Paul and TCC Box Break. What? We got Manaphy. So these polls are for Mr. God King Lunar. Let's see what you got, God King Lunar. Come on, Charizard. Here's Thwacky Rillaboom. She's doing well at her job, but it's almost like at the cost of getting to hang out. And I find myself going, oh man, I gotta have somebody to hang out with. You know what I mean? And that's not a good feeling. Gym trainer. Buy more Pokemon cards. Biden going to make it $15 minimum wage. Damn, I'm just gonna get a job at McDonald's. If you aren't struggling for money, mister, then tell her to quit, make each other happier. Well, I know that's the thing. So it's like she could quit, but then we would have less of an income. And even though we could get by on one income, we actually could. You kind of don't want to. You're kind of like, oh, we're a power couple. We're doing so well. We're going to move to the beach. You know what I mean? So you don't want to give that extra income up just to hang out with each other a little more each day. So it's like this hard balance. There's a really, really difficult balance. Your partner should join you on your mission, not be your mission. First pack was vivid. She will also get bored. What? I think minimum wage should be 10 Pokemon packs per hour. That's right. It seems like you could use extra labor sometimes. I definitely could. Here's God King Lunar. I'm a workaholic. She's a workaholic. Move to Puerto Rico. Taxes are great. Logan Paul's going there. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I'm on my way. We're going to have beaches. We're going to have low taxes. Kitty, and then we're going to get pokey rich. Wrong pack, says Jack Gray. Did we open the wrong pack? What did we open? Didn't you say your wife wanted to start a channel? Yeah, she's interested. She sees me do it, and she's like, wow, that's cool. Did we miss a pack for Mr. Jack Gray says, wrong pack. I ain't moving to a country just because lower taxes. That is dumb. That's not dumb. Spire says, the thing is she just needs a part-time where she feels important. All right, let me jump back to activity. Jack Gray keeps saying wrong pack. What happened? Mister, where's Kitty? Kitty's sitting in a kitty box right to the left of us. There's one vivid and the rest shining, says Giovanni. Okay, so did we do it right? We're having such a lively conversation. I can't remember what I last opened. I thought I did it right. Felt like I did it right. Okay, where were we? Giovanni, I just refreshed. He says you got it right. Sweet. Jansen McNeil. Jansen says, another wig pack. You got it, Jansen. Quit will get 1 million with feed openings. Oh my God. Jansen picking up Hollow Septile. Ooh. Here you go, Mr. Jansen. Those wig packs are tough, guys. Be careful with them. Shining Face giveaway. End of stream for the boys. For the boys. I want some wee Pokemons. Give me some Stimmies and some Oobies and some wee Pokies. What do we got next? Giovanni Bonaire, he says, 5 custom booster packs going deep. All right, well, you might have gone deep at the right time. Let's see what happens, Giovanni. Pack number 1. Okay, 3 rares. Number 2, Carvana. Number 3, Weedle. Number 4, oh, what's this? PSA 10, number 5. Oh, I didn't bring it over here, apparently. There it is. I can't reach it. Okay, we barely reached it. Number 5, Dark Charmeleon 10. All right, congratulations on that. That card was about $240. What a lovely PSA card. That's 4. He gets 1 more. Number 5. Oh, you also get some lovely Charizard Eevee action over here. How about that? How about that? So that was for Mr. Giovanni. He says, nice. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve these all up together. Oops. There's one so rigged. We got lucky one here. Where'd the slabs go, mister? We took the slabs off so that we could have access to this little red box pretty easily. We want to make sure we can access that because people will be updating their PSA submissions. All the prices doubled on PSA. So this means some submissions are going to end up being changed. Some people are going with CGC. Some people are asking for refunds. And by default, people who had paid enough are just going to be brought down to the previous tier. All right, there you go, Giovanni. Eric Guzman next. Hello, Eric. 3 wig packs, 1 cosmic, and last stream you said I was able for $2 live shipping, but I had fallen asleep. All right, so let's do this. 3 wig pack and 1 cosmic, right? 1 cosmic. Can I get 2 cosmic with $2 live shipping? Says Giovanni. 2 cosmic with $2 live shipping. Let me see for a second. Cosmic costs. There it is. You sure can, Mr. Giovanni. So we're going to open for Giovanni first. He's got this store credit. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it for him. Woo! I think I did the math right. All right. Giovanni's spending his store credit. PSA are going to double their prices again tomorrow. Yes, obviously. We've got coughing. Very nice. That's a hit, man. And Duskull Rosa. Cool. Now here's your bag of hits. We're just slide this in the middle somewhere where it can be protected. Let's take some more of these bulk cards and put them in the back. Giovanni, I'm going to print your label. I'm going to get you live shipped right now. And then we will come back and open this Cosmic. And this gets tossed. What do we have left? Theo Lang, who has a pending order, and Kara Nichols. Cool. I got 2 slabs, he says. 2 of them. You're pokey rich, mister. How'd you get so pokey rich? What's the secret? There's a secret to it? I bet there's a secret. Oh, give me a second. Stamps is trying to load. Come on, Stamps. Stamps, you suck. All right, there we go. Do you want to send them a tracking number? Yes. Why would I ever not want to send them a tracking number? It makes no sense. Just in case. Just in case you don't want them to know where their package is. That shouldn't even be an option. It should just be like how it always works. You shouldn't have to push a button. Okay, hold on. Stamps is like doing an update. Come on, Stamps. U.S. postal rates have changed. Please confirm. Oh, my dear Lord. Price of postage going up. That's because of the oil. Gas goes up, shipping goes up, cost of goods go up. It's all ripple effect. All right, how about these slabs? We got 1 slab down here. Ooh, Dark Charmeleon. What a sweet card. Tammy, Adam, Anthony. Awesome cards. Why does your card have to be at the bottom of the box? Alright, I gotta do this with 2 hands then. Here we are, found your other slab. Your other slab is Toxtricity. Toxtricity and Dark Charmeleon. Congratulations on the hot pulls. I might double box this. I think we could do it 1 box. All right. Whew. What a busy live stream, man. I thought we were going to actually cancel the live stream. And instead, it ended up being a very busy live stream. Mr. Giovanni, you are live shipped. So we're back and ready to open Eric Guzman, right? Mr. Eric Guzman, who wanted 1 Cosmic and 3 Wigged and live shipping. Eric Guzman wants live shipping as well. All right, Eric. Snubble. So we got Snubble. This is pack number 2. And pack number 3 is Alakazam. Not bad overall. I would say your pulls here were pretty safe. We should do pack battles where a loser gets the uncommon cards, so it's not like they didn't pay for nothing. I'm not going to host any games. No games allowed on this channel. We open up booster packs like you could open them up in a retail store. And other channels might take a risk on that stuff. It is clearly illegal, and we're not going to do anything illegal. It says so right Writing the laws. Does Mr. have the Japanese CD promos? I do have some CD promos that are ungraded. I could grade them. Bring back the small, medium, and large. I've been thinking about bringing back the large. All right, pack number 2. We've got, Incineroar. Are the turnaround days for CGC correct? Probably not. CGC keeps increasing their turnaround time. CGC is going to be as backed up as PSA was in a minute here, now that they're like considerably cheaper than PSA. And the next thing you'll see is CGC will raise their price. All right, mister, your 3 packs are open. Mr. Eric Guzman, let's go find your bag. Evan, Emiliano, Eduardo, Urki, Albert, Eric Lopez, Ernesto. You know what? Maybe I put you in the overflow. That's right. That's exactly what I did. Hosting games is illegal. That's what a casino does. A casino hosts games. You have to get a casino license to do that. And then you pay all kinds of special taxes. Hosting games is illegal. Right? You ever seen like those back alley games where they got like 3 cups and the money's under one of the cups, and then you guess which cup it is and you lose because they cheated you? That's a game. It's illegal. That's why they run away when the cops see them doing it, right? So games aren't allowed. Mr. Eric Guzman. Have we shipped you before? I don't think we've shipped you before. Let's go ahead and make your first label. I think CGC will be more valuable than PSA in a year you watch. I don't know if that'll be true. I think they'll be maybe a little more similar, but I think CGC will receive a flood of submissions at this point. PSA's doubling in their price definitely made CGC a much more attractive option because of the lower price. And you know, that's a big deal. So I could end up sending all my holo cards to CGC rather than to PSA. Maybe you just don't got a perfect card, mate. Mate, what you trying to say? Talking smack on my card? I can't allow you to do that, mister. What's really surprising is how expensive, like, PSA didn't just double the price of bulk grading. They doubled the price of everything. They doubled the price of Express, which was already taking forever. That's so sad. Okay, Mr. Eric Guzman. You are live shipped. Woohoo! Who's next? I'm warning you, Eric, don't mess with me. I am a black belt in karate. Mr. Damon Smallwood says, please pay PSA grade beauty. All right, and now we're ready to live ship Damon Smallwood. Damon, I'm going to let a few orders pass by before I live ship you, just because we've been doing so much live shipping. People are going to get bored of that. Mister, what's up with the PSA I sent in? How's it going, Keith? What's your question, Keith? Oh, it's Ralph. Ralph, right? So, Ralph. Oh, we can't use this. Ralph, PSA has doubled their prices, and if you wanted PSA Tier 1, we're going to have to shift it over to CGC, or you're going to have to pay more, or you're going to have to get a refund. One of those 3 options, okay? Does that make sense? That's true for everyone who did PSA tier 1 before the price change. All right, so Damon is ready to go get live shipped. Aha! Ralph, I know you had some, so let's jump in there. I think it's this little group right here. So Ralph, you have one. Did you not have more than one? I thought you had more than one. PSA increased their price for one reason, to make more money. Oh, here we go. So your Skyless still going out, Ralph. You're good on that. And your Charizard is still going out as well. So you're good on those. You're good on those. The only difference is you can either drop $40 more to send this Frostmoth out, or have me refund you, or have me send it to CGC alternatively. So let me know what you'd like to do with that, Ralph. And I'll make sure you get taken care of. Do I have a Skyla, says Giovanni. Do I have a Skyla? I'm not sure. I think people send their cards to PSA, so CGC, $40. I wish better quality card was worth more, but people buy for the name and look nowadays. You do get a reach around with the new PSA prices. Actually, you know what? My PSA prices, I needed time to think about it. I shouldn't have updated the prices here. I should have thought about it more. So hold on, I'm updating PSA tier 1 to the correct price. All right, so my PSA tier 1 price has just now been updated to the correct amount. My apologies, I had it at the wrong amount. It was too high, and that's because I wasn't thinking right. All right, so the PSA tier 1 is correct now, and the PSA tier 2 also had to be corrected. We fixed that. That one had to go up, actually, because it was underpriced, and it might actually still go up. It might go up by another 5. But the PSA tier 1 should have been cheaper. I was thinking about it totally wrong. So PSA tier 1, PSA tier 2, pack grading has 2 tiers now. CGC already changed, so everything's been updated with CGC. All right, very good. Yeah, Ralph, if you want, I can send it off to CGC. Did he say anything? He says, what's the others drop tier? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that, but we can send it off to CGC tier 1, or you can pitch in another $10 and I'll toss it off to PSA. Whew. Who's next? Let's keep the line moving. Winston Meyer. So Damon, we'll get you live shipped. I'm gonna let some time pass because we've done too much live shipping. Winston says $9 store credit, 1 Shining Fates pack. Says Winston Myers. Winston Meyer, I can't get you a Shining Fates pack. Oh, because you're also sending in $9. I got it. You confused me for a second there. I'm very smart. Here we go. What do we got? Shiny Ditto. Congratulations, mister. All right. Picking up full art Shiny Ditto for Mr. Winston. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was being dumb. A lot of thinking, a lot of talking that goes on in this live stream. And I'm just kind of talking to myself, but I'm also kind of like the host for everything. I don't have anyone to bounce off of or anyone to do the thinking for me. It's kind of like a marathon. That's the best way to describe it. And the longer you run, the slower your brain is. Ask to see the slabs, bro. What? Juan Gonzalez, he says, good night, mister. Let me get a wicked pack and a Shining Fates. Can you quickly show what I have in my bag? Thank you. Mr. Juan Gonzalez, I hope you haven't waited too long. Here's your bag. Corvusquire, Delmise, Reshiram, Pikachu, Dark Houndoom, Kadabra, some hollows that you're not going to grade. Zubat, Hitmonlee, Yveltal, Clawitzer, Grimer, Parasect, Charmander, and Pikachu. So there you go. Mr. Juan Gonzalez, that was 104 minutes in. And then he wants a Wicked Pack and a Shining Face. All right, for your Wicked Pack, you pick up a round of Vintage. And for your Shining Fates, what do you pull for the Shining Fates? Nice, you pulled Delmise VMAX. Oops. And we'll put you right back up there. Buy the wigged. Wigged! It's wigged! Mr. Winston says, subgrade on my CGC. Sounds good. Theo Lang says, Mister, can you... You already were getting subgrades. You're confusing me now. I'm like, you get subgrades. So that's already a subgrade, and that's already subgraded. Now you got $6 with me again. Whew. Max, oh wait, who next? Theo Lang says, can you add subgrade to my CGC submission? That's the Ponyta, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Thanks. Yeah, we could do that. Actually, I don't think so. If you were going from tier 1 to CGC, you're right. You would need the you would need to update. We're looking for Theo. Theo. Here we are. Theo. Perfect. This has been very messy, but we're working out the kinks. Can't believe PSA doubled their price. I don't know if I agree with that amount. I think if I was PSA, I would have added about 25%. That's like pretty much the biggest price increase we've ever seen with PSA. Maximilian Hoffmeister, 8 Shining Fates, and 3 large custom boosters. You got it, Maximilian. Hollow Stack Attacka. Ampharos, Melmetal Thievel. And Weedle, you did it. That Weedle is pretty OP, I hear. Sorry, mister, those are cold packs. The Weedle's pretty cool, though, right? He says, so now I have $6 of store credit to spend. You want me to just get you like a pack of Crimson Invasion, maybe? I can just get you a pack of Crimson. Okay, let's get those 8 Shining Fates. Live ship Winston? What are you talking about? Winston says, sure, or live ship me. Up to you. You got to pick one, okay? You could do live ship, or you can put yourself in for free shipping and enjoy an extra pack of Crimson Invasion. I recommend the Crimson Invasion, to be honest, because you can always live ship another day if you really wanted to. If you weren't planning on buying live shipping in the first place, why spend money on it now? Winston says, give me the Crimson. Okay, so let's get this Crimson Invasion for Winston, the hottest Crimson Invasion of his life. He's never had a Crimson Invasion so hot as this one. I heard that pack sliding. I got nervous. It's like something's not going to fall on my head, is it? And it is... Woo! Salanded it. I did it, Mom. Well, it was worth the risk, mister. It could have been a full art, in my opinion. And you can still get free shipping. All you got to do is make a post in the shipping channel. And besides, if your bag gets large enough, I'll offer you $2 live shipping. So there's all kinds of ways. Now, who's this for? This was for Mr. Hoffman, and he needs 8 of these packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hoffman's been going deep. Thank you, Hoffman, for all of the support. What's up, Snorlax? Snorlax, did you have a good sleep? Question, the PSA price increase only affects the 2 I had in the hopper, right? That's correct. That's correct. And you know what you can do, GMAC? You can have me send it off to CGC. You can have me refund it, or you can pitch in $10 more to have it still go out with PSA. So those are all options. All right, Shining Fates. Okay, let's see what we got. Pack number 1, we've got Wooloo, Shiny Wooloo. Pack number 2. Yeah, I apologize, GMAC. They changed the price on us by quite a substantial amount. If they had not changed it by so much, I'm sure I would have just sent it off and just changed it, but they changed it by so much. They literally doubled the price. Killing me over here. Got Rillaboom, Eevee and Dee Dee. We've got Rowlet. All right, shiny Rowlet. I think that's a pretty good one. I'm not going on a date with the dentist. I have an appointment in 6 hours. You found a dentist Tinder, honey? Oh my God, man. Score. Mister, you're killing me. All right, last pack kind of saved you there. Your pulls were a little weak, but that last pack had the Golden Eternatus VMAX. Congratulations. Mr. Hoffmeister, that was just enough. Whew. I pulled 2 shiny Suicunes, he says. What? Hey, mister, my package is in the UK safely now, past customs. Woo. I'm glad to hear that, because I got 2 UK packages got returned to me, which I was very disappointed with. And we're going to have to spend a bunch more money to send those back out now. All right, Hoffmeister narrowly avoiding a very expensive pull. So, Mr. Very, very expensive cold pull. Mr. Maximilian, you can get $6 live shipping. Did I say $6? $2 live shipping. Yeah, you got a nice fat bag. When you get a fat bag like this, you get $2 live shipping as an option, okay? So if you're watching that, now you know. Mr. Johnny Pyers says, hey, mister, it looks like you did already submit the Mewtwo, so my apologies for not realizing. Here's $9 from the leftover credit of CGC Express. 1 shining vase. You got it, mister. How do I hit you up for that $2 live shipping? Says Mr. Band Operator. Band Operator, if you have a bag in the overflow and I said $2 live shipping to you, then all you got to do is pop $2 into the PayPal. Make sure in the message that you confirm your correct shipping address, your up-to-date shipping address, and you'll be shipped right here in the live stream. Okay, for Mr. Johnny, just a Volcanion. But I have to have offered it to you, otherwise the shipping is $6 like normal. Sorry, Johnny. I know, Johnny. Johnny, if Maximilian Hoffmeister had ordered only 7 packs, you would have pulled a Golden Eternatus out. That would have been crazy, right? Where's your bag, by the way? Johnny Pyers. So close, so far away. Next up, we have Lee Montoya. I am Lee Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. He wants 3 shiny face, 1 bulk box, 1 custom booster pack. I have 2 bags. Can you please put them together, mister? Sounds good. So we're going to say Mr. Lee Montoya has a bulk box now. And Mr. Lee Montoya, the way the bulk box works is you will just tell me every time you order, every time you will tell me that you have a bulk box, and that means I will save all your bulk for you. We're going to start with your custom booster pack, okay? Oh, you've got Vintage Chinchou. It's pretty nice, actually. That's from Neo Revelation. Ooh, fancy. You could grade that. Although maybe you wouldn't now that it's so expensive to grade. He wants 3 shiny face. We're going to have to get another box open. We are very close to the last round of shiny fates. Very close to the end. Whoop. People want one thing and one thing only, and it's disgusting. All they want is shining fates. So you actually get this one and 2 more. And all your bulk is going to be saved. How many are left? Says Clegg. 2. Never trust TCG. They send the worst cards. What? Hey, mister, you got cards for sale? I am Khajiit. If I have wares, if you have coin. How's that sound? All right, we've got Raboot. It's Rasputin. Invest in digital cards to skip grading fees. Oh, man. That's going to be a thing in no time. In no time. I looked up the NFTs, non-fungible tokens. They're certainly an interesting idea. I don't know. They're pretty Everyone wants to be a first mover with things, right? They want to be a first mover. I don't really know how to think of the non-fungible tokens. I don't know how I feel about them. How do you guys feel about non-fungible tokens? Stupid or smart? Stupid or smart on non-fungible tokens? You wanted Express. I sold my house to buy. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mr. Ralph. Mr. Ralph, by the way, if you're having trouble talking to me in the live stream, another trick is to send me a PayPal message for 1 penny, okay? So that's another trick for talking to me. Lee Montoya, it just costs you a penny, and I guaranteed read it. So that is a good trick for making sure that I read your important message related to whatever's going on. You know, I thought Bitcoin was dumb 10 years ago. Smart Logan Paul made $3 million. Who knows anymore? PSA grading prices have all doubled. Yeah, I saw that. Mr. Lee, he says he has 2 bags. What's the point of having something you can only see digitally? I think that NFTs have potential for selling fractional shares in like a booster box. So that's the way I see them right now. I don't know about owning a picture of Logan Paul. I mean, the idea kind of makes sense if you believe that Logan Paul is going to continue to grow and gain subscribers. Then yeah, maybe the value of his picture will go up because of the increasing demand. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. It's definitely a weird thing. Luke, Joe, Joey Joseph, Jason, we're looking for another Lee Montoya bag because he mentioned that he may have 2 bags. Lee Montoya. Here you go, Lee. You're correct. Oh, you have these beautiful, you know, Lee, we got some brand new custom cards. We got Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, first edition. If you haven't seen those. All right, we'll put you back down here. Not really any room in there, is there? The box is too full. Woo! Imagine making $3 million off that. That's pretty ridiculous. Of course, part of it was that he was going to fly you down to his house, and you were going to get a pack. You were going to get a pack of the box break. So in a way, it made sense a little bit. People basically gambling on it. The only way Logan is getting new subs is if he actually fighting Floyd Leatherwood and does good. I don't know, man. Whew. Keith says, this is crazy. Yeah, the price of grading went up. Ralph, basically, here's your Frostmoth. If you want to... Your other cards are still going out, okay, Ralph? Your other cards are still going out, but they're going to be a little slower because the price went up so much. If I were you, I would just say, okay, because ultimately you will want to grade those cards. If you want to express them, I will offer you to do that, but I'm not even going to do that. It's just overpriced. That's just how it is. If you want this to go out P1, 10 bucks, or I can send it CGC tier 1. So, and you don't have to pay anything for CGC. You've already paid for it. He says, go ahead and refund me. All right. Give me a minute. The thing is with PSA could have raised their prices a long time ago. And the reason they could have done that is because people are just making too much money. They're making so much money on their PSA cards that PSA knew they could take a larger cut of the pie. They could have done it a long time ago, and they didn't. So in a way, we've been getting away. He says, I'm not paying all that. He says, I'll send myself. All right, sounds good, Mr. Ralph. Give me a second. So I think I issue you a $20 refund on this one. YouTube Boxing, who wants to bet Logan Paul fakes his death within the next 2 years to make his digital cards skyrocket? Mr. Ralph Dutcher, I've sent you a $20 refund, and I'm going to go ahead and put your news about the changes to the grading is maybe it'll be faster, but ultimately, it makes me sad that we won't probably be grading large quantities of hollows with PSA. It's the potential that it can happen, Giovanni, that scares me. Ralph says 20. I sent 200. So are you? It sounds like you want to refund all 3. Is that what you're trying to say? Let me think about it for a second. Maybe you're saying you want to refund all 3. All of them. Oh, okay. You had me confused there. All right, let me get your cards, mister. Give me 1 second. Kyle, Dontrell, Chris T. If you change your mind, feel free to ship them back. I will still offer the same grading, okay? That's Ralph and Ralph. And let me go look up in PayPal those payments. People be getting their stimmy soon. That's right. Ultimately, Ralph, you'll still want to grade those. He says pay 200 plus. Don't worry, Ralph. We will get it all refunded. So let me just look it up. I'm gonna find the ones. Here it is. PSA the Zard, please, and grade my bag. Pick 2 more. Okay, so hold on. We'll do a refund on this one. I think this is the first pillar to fall in the death of the trash slab era. Well, I don't know if I would call it a trash slab era. I think the demand is just really high. So let's see. There we go. Okay, I've gone ahead and submitted for the Charizard, and then I just need to submit for the Skyla as well. Just give me a minute, I'll look you up. I gotta find your name again. It's not Mr. that's raising the price, it's PSA that's raising the price. Yeah, so Ralph Dutcher, I didn't raise my price. Well, I did, but just to match PSA, basically. It's PSA that's raising their price. I don't know if you misunderstood that. But let me look up the other one. Is this the other one? Send the card, please, and 1-star V. Okay, so I found your other one. Let me go ahead and do a partial refund on that. Well, basically, it's going to be a full refund. It looks like you sent $3 for some other thing. Okay, refunding PSA Tier 2 submission for Skyla. All right, there you go, mister. I was still going to send them out. We were just going to send them out on a different tier. So if you change your mind, I still recommend grading these, ultimately. So if you change your mind, just let me know. The way it would work, your Charizard would be submitted on Tier 2, and the Skyla would be submitted on Tier 1. That's what would happen. Double, though, Mr. Double Weight. Maybe. We don't actually know about the wait times yet, because with the price change, they could catch up very quickly. Think about it. If people stop submitting, and they already had a larger workforce because of the larger demand, the wait times might clear up pretty fast. But does that mean it'll clear up like within your order time? I don't know. Either way, the truth is I'll still be submitting huge quantities of cards to PSA. This changes very little for me. What's going to happen with my own cards, I'll continue to submit to them. I'll probably submit my hollows to CGC. I won't submit them to PSA, and everything else will still go out. The thing is, PSA is going to make more money off of me now, which is what they could have done the whole time. That's the only change. I'm going to make less money when I get a good grade on a card, and that's just the way it is. They're allowed to do that. They should have done it earlier. Whew. Very cool. All right, Mr. Ralph Dutcher, you have been refunded for the Frostmoth, $20, $65 for the Skyla, and $130 for the Charizard. You should be able to see that in your account. Very good, mister. It's all fixed. And now we'll get back to the list. Yo, Keith, you real damning, bro. Chill. What's wrong? Is Keith, Keith, I don't know if he's upset or something. Keith says, I've spent a lot here. He says, Mr. Savers, please. Well, if I can't really fit the bag into the box anymore, I went ahead and placed a card in front of your Skyla if you want, but I promise you all of these boxes easily fit these cards. They're in penny sleeves, and then they have this protective bag as well. And then, you know, they fit into these boxes very, very nicely. Where's a box I can show you? So they just go into the box like that, and nobody touches the boxes. If they got hurt for some reason, let's say somehow I magically dropped the box, I will buy you a fresh Charizard, I promise. Only grade cards with the base value over to or equal to the PSA sub cost. I would say over the value of the PSA sub cost. There will be more babies in the daytime stream. You're just the first person to get effect. Would BGS be something you do one day, mister? I will stick to probably CGC, and that's because CGC, well, that's a good question. The problem is this. If we do PSA, CGC, and Beckett all together, what'll happen is everyone's cards will be split between 3 different orders. That adds another layer of complexity for me. I'm tracking 3 different orders now. It means the volume of cards being sent out is lower, and everything's just going to be much more difficult. So, you know, I've thought about just getting rid of CGC, but now that the price of PSA has doubled, I'm glad we still have CGC. But we're going to have CGC and PSA for now. If you get a perfect grade with CGC, what I recommend is just sending it off for the black label if you prefer the black label. So that's what we're planning to do. So to Mr. Ralph, the reason we don't do the card savers in those baggies is because then your bag wouldn't fit in the box anymore. We would have to put your baggie on the table or something like that. If you want, though, if you do live shipping, I can toss those into top loaders maybe, if you'd like that. So I can toss them into top loaders. So let me know about that, and let's go ahead and keep moving now. Okay. Mister, I found out why your EDB had a hole. You will see my $2 live shipping coming through for Maximilian Hoffmeister. However, I ordered 8 more Shining Fates a pinch later, so maybe wait to live ship. No problem, man. You're really enjoying those shiny Fates. Let's see. We finished Lee Montoya. And then we've got... Wait, why did I partially refund $40 to Ralph Dutcher? Oh my god. I think... Oh, wait, what? I think I refunded too much to you. Did I? I don't know if I understand. Oh, no, I see what's going on here. Never mind. And now to Mr. Ralph Dutcher, we're going to get him 2 wigged packs. Are you ready, Ralph? Pack number 1 is Rhyhorn. And pack number 2, I got a little confused there. Alakazam V. Is my music paused? Yeah, my music paused again. Wait, price increased before box break. I'm crying now. Yeah. My pending is looking embarrassing. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it, man. Well, it's probably just your bank has to transfer money to your PayPal account. I used to do that all the time, so that's pretty normal. He says, could you live ship me? I tell you what, man, Mr. Ralph, let's get you a free live shipping. It sounds like you were pretty frustrated. Let's get you a free live shipping right now. He says, I'll send. No, don't worry about sending. I'll get you a free one. Let's get you say you want your Skyla and your Charizard. We'll put them into top loaders. All right, and yeah, it is sad that the price of grading went up right before the box break, isn't it? I tell you what, we'll take these right here. Yeah, I didn't have any control over that decision, though. Remember, PSA raised the prices. I hate that they raised the prices. It's very disappointing. And I was just trying to make things work, because I wouldn't even know if everyone figures it out and contacts me in time. Hope that Charizard gets a 10. I hope the Charizard gets a 10 too. Timing was unfortunate. Hopefully the previous submissions come back quicker now. We will have to see. They could have raised those prices that whole time. People were making crazy amounts of money on PSA cards. Okay, there we go. And we'll get a little bit of bulk in front of this. So, Mr. Ralph, I'm going to go ahead and ship it to the address you have on file. And we'll get it live shipped for you right now. Mister, we all know you're the CEO at PSA and a secret millionaire. No, I'm not. Keith says 65. What is he saying that for? Hold on, I'm scrolling. He says, I'll send, could you live ship me? I'll send 65. So, Mr. Keith, I'm live shipping you for free, so you don't need to send anything. Don't worry about it. I'll get you live shipped right now, mister. Oh, the address. I gotcha. That's correct, Ralph. It is 6.5. I thought you were referring to like the price of tier 2 grading for some reason. I was like, what? Or like maybe you meant to say $6 and you accidentally hit the 5 button as well. All right. Okay. I'll be back. Kelby, Joel, Caleb, Adam, Michael, Brian, Kano, John, Alex, Giovanni, Destiny, James, Jack, Edgar, Gregory, Moore. Okay, I was just checking for any PSA slabs. Looks like we're good to go. Let me get this into a box. I need some, we'll use this. Oops. All right, Mr. Ralph, you will be going out with the mailman this morning. Whew. PSA wanted to shock people with the huge price to save them from being totally buried in cards. Yeah, man, so much more expensive. It's crazy. 2 completed WASI Black Star promo sets now. Woo! So let's move on to the next order. Jansen McNeil, he says, 3rd and final wigged pack for me tonight. You got it, Jansen. No problem, Keith. We got Lipard and Flygon. Woo! Mr. Jansen, I thought you were supposed to get a Charizard, Jansen. Hopefully prices go back down once the card hype dies down. I don't think they will. I think the prices will remain permanently high. I think this will be the new normal. Actually, my expectations at this point is that places like CGC and Beckett increase their price as well. That's my expectation. Next up, we have Maximilian Hoffmeister, who also wants live shipping. All right. So Maximilian Hoffmeister, I'm going to set you with Damon Smallwood. Both of you guys are getting live shipping. Maybe I'll do them together in a minute here. Oh, right. You said you wanted another order. I forgot about that. 8 Shining Fates. Do I have 8? Be nice if I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, my Lord. We got just enough. Okay, we got 1. I don't mind the price change so long as wait times become shorter. Well, yeah, exactly. So, you know, if you're sending it tier 1 or tier 2, you'll think, oh, but I wanted the faster grading turnaround times. But it's like, well, if a lot of people are not going to send their cards in anymore, the turnaround times are going to get faster anyways. You know what I mean? So yes, you're paying more, but you're probably speed up how fast you get the card back regardless. You know how many people are probably sending cards to CGC as express in order to get them to the market just as a set hits? Probably like everyone and their grandma was doing express to try and be the first to sell in the market. And they were just making so much money. You know, they were taking PSA to the bank. They were opening these Pokemon packs as fast as they could so that they could be the first to express them. And PSA is probably looking at that going, wow, you guys just kind of sit here and make all the profit. We're just your little card grader. And PSA is going, we're the one who's injecting the value into the card, not you. Anyone can do what you're doing. You're just going to the store and opening up Pokemon cards. And the skill is on our side. We add the technology. We add the technology and the brand name that makes the card valuable. Because there is actually a pretty large gap between a graded card. There's a large gap between a raw card and a graded card. So PSA is looking at that going, oh, it's only valuable because of us. So why do you get to take home so much of the profits and not us? But you know, it's interesting because I think that people will flock over to CGC and BGS more now just because of the price differentiation. However, when their turnaround times get horrible, which they probably will in a very short period of time, next, they're going to raise their prices because it's the same deal. It's not any different. CGC is going to be like, why are we grading these cards for so cheap when they turn around and sell them for so high? Rillaboom. All right, great pulls, mister. Mr. Maximilian Hoffman. Get you a chunk of that bulk. Get you the other chunk of that bulk. The grading tax, something like that. Yeah, they're wanting a larger cut of the pie, I think. I really dislike it. It's really frustrating because there's so much money to make in PSA grading. PSA was sold for $700 million. They need to start reaping the benefit. They were supposed to change prices in January. Ooh, man. With all the extra money they're charging, they should be able to hire help to get these cards moving. Yeah, exactly. Orders still, mister. What? Are you asking if you're allowed to order? You can still order. Maximilian, I'm going to place your bag here. It's ready to be live shipped. Whew. Let's see who's next. Mr. Gantu Penguin says, is Gantu, grade Brock's Ninetales and Moltres. Would you also trade any of the modern cards for grading besides Rayquaza? Besides Rayquaza. The good one, huh? Let's find your bag. So are you under Gantu? I can't remember if I'm keeping you under Gantu. Oh, man, I should just go by your real name, strictly. You know what? I think we'll have to make a trade over Discord. Let me go ahead and just get this order done. It's a problem with trades. It requires communication. It's in the box, he says. Oh, I see. Their website says they are hiring. Me. I want to be hired. You don't have a bag, mister. Snorlax, the birds. Cinderace. Here we go. Here's Moltres. And what was the other one? Brock's Ninetales. Here it is, Brock's Ninetales. You want me to take some of the modern cards? You know, it's funny. The modern cards aren't worth as much anymore because to get this graded, if I took this from you and sent it off to grade to flip for a profit, I would make less money on it because of the higher prices with PSA. At the same time, you need to sell me more to pay for a more expensive grade. It's so bad. PSA, why you do this to us? That's BS. They need to fill a warehouse full of professional card graders. He said, yes, to take more cards. You just think I'm here to take more cards. Okay, here's the Brock's Nine Tails. So we're going to be sending most cards as Tier 1 these days, and only certain cards will ever be sent Tier 2 anymore. And I'm just not going to recommend express grading cards to people. I really think it's a bad idea. I also strongly do not recommend buying PSA cards that just came out for new sets, because those are going to be so overpriced from all the express grading. Let rich people buy that. I wouldn't do it. It's not a smart move. Sleepy Joe PSA. Lachlan Dixon. And we're going to say P1. It's not so bad. 2 birds and Snorlax for 2 grades. I would take the 2 birds and Snorlax for... no, because remember, I have to grade them too. So it's more expensive on my side. So in the past, I wouldn't have to pay so much to get those graded. Now, for me to get those graded, I have to send those out. So that's the problem right now. Not only do you have to pay for the $30 grading for another thing, but those cards just don't have as much value. They don't have as much innate value now that people have to pay a higher price for grading. So that's the interest. That's what I was trying to explain. What I'm trying to explain is raw cards today are now worth less. They're worth less money because you need 2 sides of the equation. You've got to pay more for grading, and then when I take your raw cards, I also have to pay more for grading. I don't know what they're selling for online. Maybe I'm misinterpreting how much they're worth online, but I've done a lot of card shopping, and I wouldn't be surprised if I found them for the pretty good price. That's just true for modern raw cards. They're not too hard to find. The hard part is being skilled enough to find a 10 online. Hey, Mr. I just watched my order. Is Eric Guzman, and I don't think you added my PSA slab I got from a wig pack. I said it in my order. Sorry for the bother. Mr. Eric Guzman, let's go get that PSA slab. Mr. Eric, thanks for catching that. Here we go. I found it. It is a Magnemite. Eric, ultimately... I would have just shipped it out to you. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. How heavy was your box? I can't remember. Giovanni. Eric Guzman. It feels like it could fit a PSA card in it. Let me go add the PSA card to your live shipment. It seems like this happens at least one time every live stream. One live shipment is missing a slot. I blame Kitty. Kitty's distracting me with her mysteriously good kitty looks. Kitty, put on a modest dress. You can't go around dressed like that, Kitty. You're going to distract the men. Kitty is such a hussy. Unacceptable, Kitty. Kitty, what would Jesus say? If you knew how inappropriately you are dressed. All right, and now we're going to retake this. I don't know if I can retake the top so easily. Mr. Eric Guzman, now your PSA card's on the way. See, I was distracted because my cat's walking around naked. Kitty. That's the one appropriate Kitty. Next up, we have Mr. Ralph. Oh, wait, that was the refund, Mr. Ralph. Sweet. So we reload at this point. Whew. I don't think anyone knows what is going to happen. To be honest, they might just be doing this temporarily to slow down inflow. I doubt it, man. I actually doubt it. I think they will keep this up. I believe that PSA grading was pretty underpriced for what you were getting. I like the cat. It's natural clean. They are used to. What? What are you talking about? I lick the cat, he said. Oh, Mom, get in here. He's licking the cat. Kyle Feldman says, 3 Shining Fates, 2 Vivid Voltage. Bag in the K-pile. He's got a bag in the K-pile. They realized they could exploit being the best. Yeah, exactly. PSA realized they could exploit being the most popular. The new CEO really said, why don't we just double our profits? Did they officially increase price? Nah, the prices are the same. Not like they're double or anything. Not like they literally doubled the price of everything. Bro. I wonder how this affects, like, guys who only do middleman services. I don't know, maybe it doesn't affect them too much. What's up, Super Effective Collectibles? How's it going, man? They'll still pay it. I think they will. I think people will still pay it. I think that's exactly what'll happen. But they'll lose some business to, like, CGC, BGS. All right, here goes. Sneep. Mr. Kyle Feldman about to pull the Charizard. Sneep. Middlemen probably lose a lot of money. Well, I know, right? Like, I just had this little box of stuff. Imagine being a middleman with, like, hundreds and thousands of cards on their way over. Woo! I don't know what happens to them. Why do they even allow, like, middlemen who get special pricing? That makes no sense to me. Middlemen, that's a business that does not need to exist. Did you guys realize that? The guys who, they do nothing but middlemaning, whatever, they don't even need to exist. Those guys could go poof today. It would not matter to PSA. Oh, Toxtricity, you did it! All right. You got Pikachu V and Toxtricity Shiny. Last pack. Chinchino. All right. Pretty good pulls, actually. That's for Mr. Kyle. Kyle says he's got a bag over here in the K box. I think Louis Laura, he needs to be put in the overflow. Louis Laura, you're going in the overflow. You can get $2 live shipping, Louis. You can send directly to supposedly prioritized for wait times. Yeah, they need to end that. I don't understand that part either. Why would they do that? It just makes no sense. Is it really beneficial to PSA that much? Seems like it wouldn't be. All right, Dreadnought. It's the same cards, right? Maybe they like the shipping better. I don't know. Mr. Kyle Feldman, we are all done with your order. What a night, man. We had a crazy night. Wow, it looks so bare back there without those beautiful PSA slabs. I kind of miss them, Kitty. What do you think, Kitty? Okay, it looks like I'm all caught up, and we're at 150 minutes, so I could wrap up early, I suppose. I mean, technically, we already had that earlier part of the live stream, didn't we? This is the second live stream because the first one didn't work out. Remember that? So I think we go ahead and wrap up. And what time is it? It's 5:35. We definitely should wrap up now, guys. I'm not going to take any more orders. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I'll open up a pack of Jungle since you guys are taking a look at it right now. This is just for fun, but we're not taking any more orders. And we're going to wrap up so that I can get to all the live shipping for Mr. Damon and Mr. Hoffmeister and other shipping. There's other people that need to go out. Nido Queen, beautiful. All right. Beautiful, beautiful Nido Queen. Let's see if we can get a Pikachu as well. Jigglypuff and Pikachu right there. Awesome. And Eevee. All three of them were right here. Awesome. We opening vintage? I opened a vintage because I'm so sexy. Kid, I couldn't help myself. I got no self-control. Cubone sells too. They're so nice. I know what you guys really want me to open, though. You guys want me to open these guys right here. I won't do it, I swear. Okay, I really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys want to help me out with this channel, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. When will you be next live? I might do a lunchtime stream today. Yep, we're all caught up. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll